It's a United States love affair with Formula One at the moment, so what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA at full hot lap speed. It's the Circuit of the Americas, and it's qualifying.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are, okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:30.9. Schumacher, Verstappen, Villeneuve, Piastri and Senna. We've been pushed down to P22.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend, so we'll see you all tomorrow. Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside of the great city of Austin. This is a 3.6-mile lap with 20 corners, 10 to the left and 10 to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. A fantastic effort from Pierre yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Michael Schumacher alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Villeneuve, Oscar Piastri, and Senna, Antonelli, Hakkinen, Ocon, and George Russell, Colapinto, Hamilton, Zane Maloney, and Behrman, Sonoda, Doohan, Tim Tramnitz, and Gabriel Bortoletto, Soloff, O'Sullivan, Aaron, and Pepe Marti rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend. Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? what do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Gap to your teammate behind, 8.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 10th place. And the time last lap, 1:36.3. Yes, mate, I'll take that. Well done. We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes! Let's go!
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and, of course, the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time. It's a United States love affair with Formula One at the moment, so what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA at full hot lap speed. It's the Circuit of the Americas, and it's qualifying.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Here are the top 5 cars as things stand. The fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute 31.0. Russell, Piastri, Antonelli, Tsunoda and Hamilton. Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Well, you don't need me to remind you that Formula One is now so beloved in the United States that we race here 3 times a year. But let's give respect to COTA, or the Circuit of the Americas, to give it its full name. This place laid the foundations for this moment and still remains the host of the US Grand Prix. We have 10 turns to the left and 10 turns to the right here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and turn 12 at this anti-clockwise track. It's 3.6 miles long, and we should see average lap speeds of around 126 miles per hour. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Pierre Gasly lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Piastri, Antonelli, Yuki Tsunoda and Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, Häkkinen, Verstappen and Ayrton Senna, Ocon, Villeneuve, Ollie Behrman and Maloney, Colapinto, Tramnitz, Paul Aaron and Jack Doohan, Bortoletto, Pepe Marti, Soloff and Zach O'Sullivan rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today. Anthony Davidson. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where you are. But the drivers these days, they practice, practice and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Okay, good parking there, mate. Now we need to make sure we get a great launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Now use DRS. DRS now available. first position, front of the pack. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time, 5 laps. And 26 laps to go now. Okay, we're running low on fuel. Start lifting off the throttle a little before the braking points and letting the drag do some of the work in slowing you down. That'll help conserve the fuel you have left. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 6th. Time last lap, 1:36.9. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Box this lap, please. Box this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, 1 stop to go. Just 1 stop left in this strategy. Okay, this isn't your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting. Bring your tyres in gently and let's go for it. P12, you got P12. Our gap to first place, 18.6 seconds. That's Maloney ahead, Maloney ahead. They're on old mediums. That's Hakkinen behind you now. They're on old mediums. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. You've got 20 laps left until the end. The track is clear, green flag. Caution, caution. Gap to your teammate ahead, 12.8 seconds. Okay, I've got some information on Senna. Okay, they're out of this race. Okay, safety car deployed, safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta, make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. We're With the safety car out, this is a good opportunity to pit. We'll be a bit longer than planned on the next tyres, but we can make it work. Just remember, we'll probably lose track position. Copy. Okay, so that's 17 laps of fuel remaining. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Okay, Lewis is in for his stop. Antonelli's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 21.6 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Car behind is Lewis. They're on fresh softs. We think they've got one more stop. Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Green flag. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. DRS has been enabled, DRS is now enabled. Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay out a little longer if you can. Copy that. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push. First position, front of the pack. Antonelli's behind you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Your pit window is open, pit window currently open. And that's 8 laps to go. Box, box, box. Issue attaching the left front wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us and get back into this race. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Nice move, good job. second place. You're in second place. Okay, that's Antonelli just ahead. Push hard. Okay, gap ahead, 1.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Piastri's behind. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. All right, 6 laps to go now. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Okay, Antonelli behind. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race, final lap. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Very nice. Very nice.
Here's the checkered flag, and here's our winner. C'est magnifique! It's Pierre Gasly.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
It's what every driver imagines when they start out on their long road towards Formula One. And for our lucky 3 today, here's the podium waiting for them. And only one can take that top spot. Today, it's Pierre Gasly's. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Hey, Chief. We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car. Hey, Chief. Engineering need your attention on something.
Hi. Notice we've got some spare cash reserves. Obviously, I know you've got other priorities, but don't forget you can upgrade the corporate facility whenever you like. We're worth it, I promise.